In the southwest of Louisville, Kentucky, there is a sanatorium called Waverly Hills. The Waverly Hills Sanatorium was established in 1910 as a two-story hospital designed to house 40 to 50 patients suffering from tuberculosis. Although Waverly Hills closed its doors in 1982, it continues to be a hot topic to this day. Nowhere else in the world is believed to have more paranormal activity than this place in 1924. Three more floors were added to the original 2 stories as Jefferson County was facing a massive outbreak of tuberculosis, often referred to as the White Death. After renovations, the facility could care for up to 400 patients. Because the disease was extremely contagious, no one was allowed to leave the sanatorium. Not just patients, but also doctors, nurses, and staff. They all had to say goodbye to their families. The healthy children of patients were kept in a separate area of the hospital. Waverly Hills was completely self-sufficient, with vegetable and fruit gardens, a water treatment plant, and livestock raised for milk, eggs, and meat. There was even a dedicated zip code and post office. During the height of the outbreak, there was still no cure for tuberculosis. The staff did the best they could for the patients. Sunlight, fresh air, and bed rest were the most effective treatments available at the time. Patients were rolled outside in their beds, even during the dead of winter, to absorb as much fresh air and sunlight as possible, but things got worse. With no medical cure available, experimental treatments were introduced. One of them involved inserting small balloons into the patient's lungs to stretch them out. Ribs and chest muscles were sometimes surgically removed to give the lungs more room to expand. In some cases, doctors collapsed a lung on purpose to let it rest. In the most extreme cases, entire lobes of the lung were surgically removed. Only a few patients survived these procedures to tell the tale. Many lives were lost at Waverly Hills. According to legend, up to 63,000 people died there. However, more accurate records indicate the number was around 8,212 deaths, still a staggering figure. Beneath Waverly Hills is a 500-foot tunnel, about 150 meters, that staff used to move in and out of the building and transport supplies. As the death toll surged, the tunnel was also used to discreetly remove bodies without upsetting the other patients. It later became known as the body chute. Once antibiotics were finally developed, tuberculosis could be treated and the number of patients declined. In 1961, the sanatorium was shut down, but not for long. Just a year later in 1962, it reopened as the Woodhaven Geriatric Center, serving elderly dementia patients and severely disabled individuals. Woodhaven was eventually closed in 1982 due to patient neglect. By 2001, the sanatorium was nearly demolished, having become a deteriorating, abandoned ruin. In the meantime, it became a magnet for thrill-seeking teens and the homeless looking for shelter. Given Waverly Hills' dark history, many believe the site to be haunted. Intruders broke in hoping to find evidence of the supernatural, leaving the building vandalized and crumbling. Thankfully, Charlie and Tina Mattingly acquired the property and saved it from destruction. Since Charlie and Tina took over, Waverly Hills has been used for ghost tours. During the fall, it's even transformed into a haunted house. While this may have shifted the building's energy somewhat, paranormal activity is still reported. Many visitors claim to have seen, felt, or heard something unexplainable. The most infamous room in the building is Room 502. In 1928, a nurse named Mary Hillenberg hanged herself from a light fixture in that room. It's believed she was pregnant by a doctor she wasn't married to, and she feared contracting tuberculosis. That may have led her to take her own life. Then in 1932, another nurse committed suicide by jumping out of the same room's window. Years later, a homeless man was murdered in that same room by a drug gang. Room 502 is said to have a heavy, negative energy. Visitors often report hearing a voice shout, "Get out!" when they try to enter on the rooftop, where children once sunbathed for treatment. The chilling song, "Ring Around the Rosie," is said to echo. In the kitchen, a figure in a white coat has been seen, believed to be a ghostly chef, sometimes accompanied by the smell of freshly baked bread, even though the kitchen is now in ruins. On the 3rd floor, once used as a children's ward, people have reported sightings of a little girl with no eyes and a young boy playing with a ball. Near the sunroom, where UV light therapy was administered, People have claimed to see a woman with bloody wrists running down the hallways, screaming for help. Lights have been seen from outside the building, even though the electricity has been disconnected for years. Others claim they've heard footsteps, disembodied voices, and other eerie sounds. Doors slam shut on their own. Apparitions are seen at the entrance and in the hallways. Objects have been thrown at people by unseen forces, and some visitors say they've been touched by invisible hands. And last but not least, some have seen a phantom hearse appear behind the building, perhaps arriving to collect a coffin. You can book a ghost tour or even spend the night, but you must make a reservation. Showing up without one is considered trespassing and illegal. Would you dare visit this haunted place? Leave a comment below.